What's going on, guys? Welcome back to NolanTCG, and we are back here today with a Burning Abyss deck profile. So thanks to the ban list, this deck got a massive buff. Reason why it's still here on a Friday and not on a Wednesday, though, is it is just missing that one big thing to put it over the edge. I could just be a complete idiot and may not be seeing it, but I'm finding it's just like that one play away from having, like, being absolutely broken. If Dante was a dark monster, like, it would be insane. I am sure that when the new Phantom Knight stuff comes out next, it's in November, so we're still 2 months away from that now. But once that stuff comes out in Phantom Rage, this deck will probably be absolutely insane. It's just, currently with what you're playing with, it is a very, very fun deck to play, but it is missing that, like, slight little bit just to put it over the edge. But before we do get started, as always, please remember to drop down below and hit that subscribe button if you are new here, because we're always happy to have new people. And if you want to see this deck again once the stuff from Phantom Rage comes out, smash that like button, 50 likes, and we'll make sure to chase that stuff down at launch. But let's get on into the profile. Okay, so starting us off for the main deck, we have, of course, 3 copies of Tour Guide now that it is at 3. I'm so happy I picked up the secrets. Yes, they're on limbs, but they're still secrets. They still look really, really nice. Then following that up, we've got 2 copies of Graph, of course, back at 2. We're playing 2. Then, the sad part, 2 copies of Seer, but I have a gold rare. I'd much rather the normal rare, so we're going to be trying to chase up a standard rare to replace this. My apologies for having to look at the gold. Then after that, we're playing 2 copies of Farfar and 2 copies of Skarm. Just generally, we're playing just the 2-2 lineup of the good ones, now that you can just kind of play 2 and 2 of each. Then for the one of Burning Abysses, we've got 1 Calcab, 1 Alich, 1 Libic, and 1 Barbar. Libic's probably the best one out of the 3 here. The others are great for going second, but not amazing for going first. Barbar's always great in time, though, so, like, cheese games with Barbar, if you can. Then 3 copies of Rhino Warrior. Of course, like, Rhino Warrior is just a great card, so you just play it at 3. It is just another Burning Abyss card, essentially. You just get access to anything. Then for our PK engine, 3 copies of Boots, your free special summon, which is why we're playing 3 copies of this one. And then we've got 2 copies of Cloak. I'm not playing Gloves at the moment, although that will probably change in the future. But yeah, at the moment, just 3 Boots, 2 Cloak. You don't want to run out of them when you're trying to do your Rusty play, otherwise your Rusty play just kind of falls. So yeah, 3-2. Then for just generic level 3 extenders, we're playing 1 Defrag Dragon. So you can discard a card from your hand to special summon it, or you send a card from hand. Bit different in the wordings there. Then 3 copies of Gallus. We're playing a very monster-heavy lineup, so I think your odds of hitting a spell card or a trap card with this are, I think, like 1 in 5 by the time you, like, see your hand. So yeah, 3 copies of Gallus is fine. Just a generic level 3 card you can drop onto the board. Then for dangers, we're playing 1 Jackalope, 1 Tsuchinoku, and 1 Nessie. So level 3s and a 7. I considered not playing the Nessie. Like, you can just not play the Nessie if you don't want to play the Nessie. You can play something else instead. But yeah, you can just summon it off the Jackalope when you're just making Rusty, because it doesn't have to be level 3 to make Rusty, so yeah, it's fine. Then for the last monster, we're playing 1 copy of Sea Archiver. Originally I had cut this when I was, like, first testing this list, and then it came back in. It's just good when you have nothing better to Foolish off your Cherubini, and you want to summon something back to make a Dante. So Sea Archiver is the best thing to Foolish, because if you can then drop something else under its arrows, back it comes. So that's it for the monster lineup. So into the spells, we've got 3 copies of Allure of Darkness. Just consistency when you've got an entire deck of Darks. We are playing 2 copies of Mask Change for summoning Darklaw. Darklaw is just really, really good, so why not try and make it in the cheesiest way possible, now that, of course, it doesn't clog your extra monster zone anymore. 1 Foolish rounds out our spells, just because, again, any Burning Abyss card. And then for our traps, we are just playing the 3. It's 3 copies of Fogblade. They just stun your opponent long enough you can hopefully kill them on the next turn. Okay, now into the extra deck. Of course, starting us off, we've got 2 copies of Cherubini. The card is really, really good. Just generically Foolish anything. Protects Burning Abysses that it points to. Overall good card. The card that is also back from the ban list, and it is Rusty. Rusty is broken. Rusty will probably be banned in about 6 months to a year from now, if this takes off, because Orcus is now also going to abuse this. And then you've got the new support coming along, which is going to make it even worse. So this card will probably be banned within a year. If it's not, I don't know where this game's gone to. This game's in a scary place if this is not banned in a year. Then for the rest of our links, we've got 1 IP and the unicorn you make off it. 1 Boral Sword. We're not playing access code because I kind of figured everything's dark. So, like, why play an access code when it's only get the 1 pop? It would get somewhat big, but this can just do big damage anyway. Then we've got 1 copy of Appaloosa for going first. You don't really make this, so you can like not play the Appaloosa if you want. I found it like comes up 1 or 2 times, so in it goes. Then for the Xyz monsters, we've got 1 Beatrice, of course, with the 3 copies of Dante. You can play Dante at 2. Since this is very much just a heavy Burning Abyss build, 3 Dante is what I'm playing. Then we've got 1 copy of Breaksword and 1 copy of Levier the Sea Dragon. Levier is another card that can be cut, but with the amount of play you're going to be doing with your Phantom Knights, Levier can come up quite a lot. Then for the fusions, we are playing the Pilgrim to summon off your Beatrice, and Masquera Darklaw for the Mask change. But now that wraps us up here for the deck profile for this one. So if you do have any changes, like always, remember to comment them down below. With this list, again, like I said earlier, I'm finding there's like one thing that's needed to push it over the edge. It could very well just be the Burning Abyss support that's going to be coming in a few months' time, or it could be a card I'm just not seeing. So if you have any ideas on how you can change this, I found a lot of time I'm just getting stuck at Dante and I've forgotten the name of the link, Cherubini. Yeah, I'm getting stuck on like a Dante Cherubini with like 1 other card, and I'd like to be able to go into like Rusty and Beatrice, but I just find I'm like not having the resource to do that. So if you have any ideas on like ways I could do that, hit it up in the comment section below. Actually, now that I've just said that out loud as well, I just realized that I could, in that situation, probably just go into an IP and then IP into the Rusty with the Beatrice, and then do Seer Dante loop from there. Yeah, that works. Okay, that does work. I was worried about linking down, but that shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, all good. That should fix it. This deck's better, and I've just realized it right at the end of the video. I'm a complete idiot. But as always, this idiot has been Ben from NolanTCG, and have a good afternoon, everybody.